Hey guys, welcome back to the 50 Cal studio here at Center Target Firearms and Indoor Range. I'm Brett, this is Bobby, and we're back with you this week. We're doing something special, Bobby. We're going to do
Absolutely.
a product review.
Product review on the Daniel Defense weapon systems. And we're going to talk about the pros, the cons, the good, bad, and indifferent.
Yeah, Daniel Defense to me is the best rifle you can get. And I know there's others out there, but I just like everything about them.
Well, as you said, I love the Daniel Defense. So I have the opportunity working here and having access to a lot of different weapon systems or weapon platforms to pretty much own what I want to. And I have two Daniel Defenses, and we'll probably have more as time goes on. So I am partial, but the reviews are going to point out the things, as we said, the things I like, the things that a lot of people that I know have liked and some of the things that people don't like, or myself, I would change. There's only, in my opinion, I was issued an MP5, HK MP5 once upon a time, the Navy version, which had the 2-round burst. As you were, it had 3-round burst, full auto, and threaded. That to me was the perfect weapon. I can't find anything that I would want to modify or change on it. But other than that, there's always going to be little things I'm going to be able to point out, or from my standpoint or personal preference, and we'll talk about all those things today.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that you can make these yours like you do any rifle that you have. I mean, my rifles are mine.
Right.
You may grab one and say, well, "What in the world?"
Right. Yeah, that's the thing about these. They're the perfect platform to be able to make it what you want to make it. You start back here at the back as we kind of go through, and we've got a few different variants here on the table. We've got an M4A1. We've got looks like just a V7. We've got a V7 Pro here, and then we've got sort of this is one of the custom ones that we got not long ago that they made a very limited run of. So we'll kind of go over those. We don't have one of the bolt action rifles. We can talk about the bolt action rifles because I've owned one of those and I've shot one of those.
What I like about this Pro that's in front of us is I like the length, but the balance on them. And that's any of the Daniel Defense rifles. The balance to me is just my favorite thing about them. When you shoot them, you notice the balance because we've all shot rifles in this platform before, and they just feel I've got a couple right now where they feel okay, but these are great.
Yeah, to me, the Daniel Defense V7 Pro, for me, and I said earlier, there's no perfect weapon system other than the MP5, in my opinion. To me, it's as close to perfect as you can get the V7 Pro because of some of the upgrades and enhancements it's got on it, which we'll go over here in just a
Sure. And I tell you, a lot of things happening with Daniel Defense here in the store. You guys have a great display here. Everybody comes in here, and I was in here a few months back, and it's close pulling the trigger, and I'm still thinking about it. But
well,
I'm wanting to. It's difficult because I see one thing about coming in Center Target, like we talked about earlier, is that we have so much here, and it changes on a daily basis.
And with the Daniel Defense, we're one of the major distributors of Daniel Defense in the country, and we get one of the other good things about this. They're made in Black Creek, Georgia.
Yes.
I've had the opportunity to actually go to Daniel Defense's site, their main office, see how these things were made, see the actual place where they're made, and it's very, to say it's impressive is an understatement. You can eat off the floors anywhere in that building, and the organization inside that structure is second to none.
And it's always nice to have it local here in the U.S.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Bobby, if you were picking your favorite things about the Daniel Defense rifle, what would it be?
Okay, well, I'm just going to start back here at the back and work my way up. If that's okay. The butt stock, it's a butt stock and the grip and the vertical forearm post up here. You've got that texture on them. That's a texture that's you find with the Daniel Defenses, and it's something that's very unique and you don't find on other ARs or other weapons on this particular platform. It's almost got that texture to it, almost like alligator skin, but it's rubber. Just got a really, really good grip to it. 6-position butt stock back here. The lower receiver and the upper receiver is nothing really, that jumps off the the charts at you as far as that's concerned. It's kind of a design, a mil spec design, but it's really, really high quality. The finish, the fit and finish of it's spectacular. It's got a full length rail. You got 3 different types of forearms you can get. You can get the upper receiver rails,
Sure.
I guess I should say. You can get which you can see here is the M lock.
Yeah.
You can also still get a key mod, and you can get the quad rail, which has the 4 Picatinny
Yes.
style rails going down each side for accessories. One of the things that'll stand out to you if you come in and you lay hands on one of the Daniels is the tight tolerances.
Yes.
You know, a lot of times ARs, you know, your old rat grade type ARs, you can shake them, you can move them. They're made to shoot, and they'll say, well, that's just because they're made to shoot anything. These will shoot anything that I've ever put in them. You know, obviously the specific caliber, but the tolerance is how tight they are. Really, really jumps off will jump off the sheet at you, and whenever you grab hold of them, you'll tell. The barrel is a cold hammer forged barrel. They make them right there at Daniel Defense. They start with a piece of metal that's just a short, stubby piece of metal, and they continue to press that thing until it cold hammer forging, and it comes out like it is. The accuracy on these rifles is awesome as well. You know, I've never shot a Daniel Defense that didn't have really, really good accuracy. The Delta 5 bolt action rifle, you know, they're guaranteeing, I think, 3/4 of an inch with factory ammo with that. And the Daniel Defense Delta 5 Pro, actually sub half inch groups with a rifle that's, under the $2,500 price point. You know, I've custom built rifles that they'll guarantee half inch accuracy. You pay $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 for those.
It's amazing what they do, and you know, from tip to back. I mean, I just love them. I'm a M-Log guy,
Right.
and not so much key mod, but you know, I love the grips when you get it. Like you said, it's just tight. It doesn't rattle. We all pick up rifles. I've got a rifle at home right now that I hate because when you pick it up, you hear it.
I know it.
And they're just good. And my favorite thing about it, of course, most of all, is out of the box. You've got a great rifle, and you got everything you need. Grips are great. Everything, the balance is a big thing with me.
The bolt is actually heavy phosphate, made in the USA.
Yeah.
It's just high quality. All that. You got a grip and rip handle for your charging handle on your standard variants or your standard versions. The safety switch, selector switch, ambidextrous, your magazine release. You got a little bit of a flared mag well, as you can see. You know, as we said too, one of the wonderful things about this weapon system, or the Daniel Defenses, period, is the warranty that you have on them. It's a lifetime warranty, not just for the person that buys it, but for the weapon itself. So if you gave that to your child, you passed it down 5 generations, if there's a problem with it along the way, they'll fix it. It doesn't matter whether it's you, or whomever. They take care of it. And I know of some stories where people have lost guns in fire. There's been a lot of different things where I've never dealt with a company that was better than Daniel Defense as far as taking care of their customer base. And as I said, I went to the factory down there. The attention to detail, the quality of everybody was happy to work there.
Oh, yeah.
And there was not a place in the building that you couldn't have eat off the floor. And that was just amazing to me. And if there was that much attention to detail of just the shop, my thoughts were, how good are the weapons? We talk about the trigger. Trigger is a standard curved mil-spec trigger. Usually breaks somewhere around 8 pounds. Reset isn't bad on it. Comes with a 32-round magazine as opposed to your standard 30s, which you get a hard case. I can't think of, is there anything we've missed on it?
I don't know. One thing I like about it is, when you, out of the box, once again, out of the box, I love how they are. My thing is with charging handles. I love their charging handles.
Yep.
Some people don't care for them. Some of them want to put like wings of a bird on there so they can grab them. But even something like this, the trigger guard, everything about them, and like you said earlier, the grips, I have no problem with taking this out of the box and just keeping it like it is.
Absolutely. And it's a lot of people will say, what do I need to do to it? And they say, well, okay, I realize it's great, but what would you do if you could fix or do or modify or change anything, or what don't you like about it? So for me, on the standard Daniel defenses, I'm not crazy about the trigger on the standard ones, but with work, and I've seen people do a little bit of work to it, and it's pretty much for your trigger snobs.
Sure,
your
sure.
guys that really like.
I'm not
really.
I'm not.
Really. Yeah, we got our camera guy. He's way behind. I am. So we've got. It's a standard mil spec trigger. But now, if you move up to the V7 Pro, it's got the Geisley, the dynamic, that 3-gun trigger, and it is off the hook. You press that one, it's different. So, some folks say I like the trigger. Me personally, on just the standard Daniels, I'm not crazy about the curved mil-spec 8-pound trigger. I like it a little less. I like the Geisley, the flat trigger. And to me, that's I'm trying to find things that I would change. That might be one. It's got a flared mag well. I do a lot of competition shooting. If it was a little more flared.
Sure.
And then, your dust cover up here is plastic. Some people don't like that. They'd rather have the dust cover to be metal as opposed to plastic. I don't really use the dust cover anyway, so it's got the cool little Daniel Defense or DD logo on it. Yeah. So I like it the way it is. But if I was trying to, as we said, I'm going to point out the good, bad, and indifferent. If I could do anything different, trigger and maybe a little bit more flared mag well, but other than that, would I not buy one because of that? No. I would. But the V7 Pro or the V11 Pro, the only difference in a V7 and a V11 is the V11 is a key mod and the V7 is the M-Lock. But I've never have I known of anybody that come in here and bought a Daniel Defense that came back and said, you know what, I wish I hadn't done, or I'm disappointed that I'd done. I've had people say, I'm not crazy about the trigger, so I'll put a new trigger in it.
Well, that's understandable. Yeah. I mean, with me, the trigger, I like a flat face trigger.
Right.
And I'm not a shooter like you
are.
Well, I'm not like you are. Well, I know, but I'm just old radio guy, real estate agent. But I mean, the trigger to me, I like a flat face trigger. Right. I've changed mine out on my rifles before. It's just you get a better feeling for it.
Yeah. For me on the V7 with that flat faced Geisley is I really, really, really like that the round, the curved mil spec one that comes on the just a regular rifle. Those are not the V7 Pros, or not the enhanced, or doesn't have the Geisley on it. I'm not as crazy about, but I love the magazines. They function flawlessly. We have people come in and they shoot steel case ammo. They've shot everything under the sun, and they just continue to run. And some folks will say, well, they're a little high. That's all relative. It's relative to what
you pay for what you get.
You do, and just like we go back to the Delta Pros.
Sure.
The Delta Pro, to buy a rifle, I submit to you, I challenge you to go online, find a bolt action custom built, a bolt action rifle of any kind that'll guarantee half-inch accuracy.
Yeah.
And I'll be shocked if you can find it for less than $2,500, and that's one of the things they guarantee. It's not we guess so, we might think so. I can think of at least 5 to 10 other places where you're looking at a $4,500 plus ticket to get anything close to where they're going to guarantee you sub half inch.
And a rifle like this, coming out of the box like this, if you add everything this rifle has, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be it's just the price of it. But the Daniel Defense coming out of the box from head to toe is just awesome. And like you said earlier, it's tight.
It's tight. It's and regardless of what say you're a collector, it's a good gun for you. Yeah. If you're a shooter, it's a good gun for you. If you're getting it, I said the collector and pass down generation to generation. You can shoot it, you can collect it, you can make it a safe queen. I wouldn't,
no.
But if you did, if you shoot the barrel out of it, you send it back to Daniel, they're going to put a new barrel on it for you. So
and that's a sign of a good company. There's other companies that do that as well that have the lifetime warranties on and that's just a sign of a good company.
It is. And as I said, anybody that's ever do some research on Daniel Defense, kind of a grassroots company where they came from. I've not had the opportunity to meet Marty Daniels, who actually owns the company himself. Some of the folks, went to the business, but
Yeah.
or where they make them at. Didn't get to meet him individually, but from all I hear about him from a lot of guys that I really respect, he's a really good guy as well. So, as far as his product is great, nice, safe. I have just a couple and more to come. I go back and forth with my wife. So you already got one. Why do you need another? I said, but it's a Daniel.
They all say
It's
that.
a Daniel.
They all say that.
But, yeah, you can't go wrong by buying a Daniel Defense.
No, you can't. And, you have them here. So
Yep.
come in and see the guys here. And Bobby, you're here. And the other folks are here. And
We have
you
some
can
on the range back here they can shoot too.
oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, if you want to come in and test drive one of these things, come in. You can shoot. We've got optics on them back here. We've got a V7 Pro that you can get a feel of that Geisley trip. But you can obviously pick up these as well. A lot of different colors, a lot of different finishes. You've got the FDE variant, which you can see on the. I don't know how well you can see it. That's on this one here, and you got the FDE buttstock and grip here. This one's black. This one is actually the new.
This one's sweet.
Gray. Oh
This one
yeah.
is really, really
And
nice.
that's the M4 that has a quad rail on it.
Yeah.
And I really, really love that quad rail. And that's it's a really good product. And as I said, you want to come in and shoot one of them, come in and shoot it. You can go back there and take it. Be your own judge as far as it's concerned.
And everybody here knows about Daniel Defense, and they can help you if you're just looking for that great out of the box rifle that's going to last, that's going to not give you problems. This is it, folks. And come see Bobby and the gang here at Center Target, and they'll hook you up and they'll give you all the information you need. Don't forget about Ladies' Night coming up every other Friday. Just had one this Friday, so we got to skip one. It's coming up. It's $6.50 for the ladies. Come on by. They'll have range guns here if you want to shoot one of theirs. You buy the ammo here. You can shoot one of theirs or bring your own stuff. So check it out. Call the store for details. Also, Christmas right around the corner, Bobby.
Yes.
And you're looking for that perfect gift for someone. Well, you may not know what to get. So gift cards here at Center Target. Also, Center Target has everything you need, accessories, all kinds of stuff. So come on by and check them out. That's the easiest thing to do right here in London, Kentucky. So, Bobby, thanks so much.
my
Good to see
brother.
you, my
Yes,
friend.
sir.
And
Yes,
we'll
sir.
we'll do it again next
Always,
week.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much.
See you guys.